Hi everyone, this is Mark Campos. I got 4 activities that I did not last week but the week before. Last week I was out of state, was in Las Vegas for a buying trip for our stores that we have, so I was there all week. Rough life. But the week before I kind of jam-packed a lot of activities into that week, so let's get into it. First thing I did is I went to our high school and I worked with our principal on eligibility reports. These reports come out every Monday, and it lists the students that are failing classes that have a 59% or below in a class. The students that are on this list, first-time offenders, what they need to do is they have to come in before or after school to our ASP program, which is called the Assisted Studies Program. And then it's kind of like a study hall where they have the opportunity to come and work on the classes that they are failing in. So first-time offenders got 3 times that they have to do that. Second-time offenders got to do it 4 times during that week. And offenders that have been on there 5 or more times, they are considered ineligible for that week. The administration, the principal, and the athletic director, assistant principal, they meet with each of the students on that list to kind of talk to them about it, figure out why that they're failing, ask them, what times that they are going to come in to do their ASP time, and to see, just kind of help them out, kind of figure out what it is that is troubling them. The principal usually sends this list out to the teachers before she starts meeting with the students. Simply because there are some times where teachers don't get stuff graded quickly and put into the grade book to affect a student's grades. So when that happens, they just shoot the principal back an email, say, hey, take so-and-so off the list. He turned some stuff in and he's not failing anymore. So this is something that is important because it's a way for the administration to kind of get involved with the students that are failing and say, hey, why are you doing this? What's going on? How are some ways that we can help you to pass these classes? So I think it's something important that would benefit all the students that are on these lists, to kind of show them that the administration does care about their education and not just go about their business and get them in trouble all the time for failing. So that was the first thing I did. Second thing I did that week is I prepared for a basketball game that happened on Saturday. Before, when I was supervising of the basketball games, last video, it was a lot of the game day stuff that I did, but this one I actually prepared for it from the very beginning. It started out by sending a notification letter to the school that we were going to play. And this is basically a letter that just kind of says, okay, this is the game time, this is the game location, these are the entry fees, these are the officials. So it's just kind of a reminder letter to the opposing school about, hey, this is what's coming up, so don't forget. I was also in charge of finding workers for this event. Since the game was on a Saturday, most of the workers were able to come and work the games like they normally do, whether it's taking tickets, working the officials table, so forth and so on. But we did have to find 2 workers to run the book and the clock at the JV gym because the 2 people that did that had prior engagements that they couldn't work that Saturday. So having to find workers for that Saturday was an all-week ordeal. One of the things that I guess I never really realized when I'm talking with my athletic director about this is that a lot of times he's at the mercy of other people. He can find workers to work these events, but if something comes up that they can't do it, he's out of luck. So he's always scrambling to try and find somebody else. So he's definitely at the mercy of these other people, having to rely on them to kind of pull through and do their job that they need to do. So it was kind of stressful trying to find somebody to work the JV table at the JV gym, but we were able to find people to do that, so everything worked out. Another kind of thing that we had to deal with was there was no school Friday the day before because of parent-teacher conference, so getting the gym ready that Friday was a little bit difficult since there was no janitors in the building, so we had to call some in to kind of help us get everything ready for the game on Saturday. Other things that I did, getting ready for that game, made copies of all the paperwork that needed to be made copies of, the admission signs, the reserve seating signs, the rosters. Couldn't remember what it was. The rosters, getting all those ready and made copies, and making sure everybody was where they needed to be, that they knew what time they had to be there, and everything. So it's an all week ordeal trying to get one game ready. So, and that week it was a busy week for us. We had games on Monday night because of a makeup game, Tuesday night regular, Friday night regular, and Saturday night regular. So it was a very, very stressful week for the athletic director, but he only had 2 home games. The next thing I did is I attended an IEP meeting at the high school. This was kind of interesting because I'd never sat in on an IEP meeting before when I was in the school district. This was organized by the special education teacher that's there at the high school, and it's basically kind of, well, it was an informal meeting with the parents and a couple of teachers to kind of see the progress of the student that was there, to understand, what the problems were. There was group discussions based around the student needing to do more work in class and not get behind. So it was a big meeting that a lot of the teachers were involved with, the parents, the administration, especially the special education teachers as well. And they came to a consensus that there was no further assistance that needed to be implemented, just continue with the assistance that he's getting in class and kind of prepare for what kind of help he's going to need next year when he's a junior. So, like I said, this is something that I've never been a part of before, so this was kind of new to me, and I'm sure that I'll probably be sitting in on more IEP meetings farther down the road. The last thing that I was able to do was I attended a team meeting at the elementary school. This basically was kind of like a PTO meeting. All the people that were there were parents. They discussed some things that are coming up, but the major discussion was all that lobby guard security system again. During the meeting, they had a video conference call with a representative from the lobby guard company, and it kind of just basically went through a demo with them of how to use the program, kind of some scenarios that came up if parents didn't have a driver's license that they could scan that runs a background check on them. What happens if there's a flood of people all at once? So it was kind of good to get parents' questions for this demo person, because they're the ones that are going to be involved with it. They're the ones that are going to be using it more than the teachers are, since they are the visitors in the school. So this was good to kind of get their input, their feedback, their questions, their concerns answered by not only the demo person, but by also the administration there as well. So it was kind of a good team effort in deciding, what would be the next process or next step to take in this process. So those are the things that I did this week. Looking forward to continuing on with some more activities. I know I'm going to meet with the superintendent this coming week to kind of get some more upper level things out of the way. But having fun with this class, and I hope everyone else is too. Have a good rest of the weekend.